By the end of One Piece, the Straw Hats won't just be strong, they will be world-endingly strong. And today, I'll show you exactly how powerful each of them will become, what their final abilities will look like, and what their insane endgame bounties are going to be, based on Oda's long-term patterns, power scaling, and narrative setups. We start with Chopper, because he is long overdue for a real power-up. Not a gag, not a joke form, but something permanent. And that power-up is armament hockey. Because Chopper already has monstrous physical strength, especially in Monster Point. And once that strength gets coated in hockey, every punch becomes lethal. Monster Point already feels like a forced awakening, so by the end of the series, he will master it naturally. Longer duration, full control, no drawbacks, becoming a true monster. But Oda will never stop trolling him, so despite all of this, his final bounty will still be ridiculously low, something like 5,000 berries. Now Nami, because ever since she got Zeus, she stopped being a support fighter and became a walking natural disaster, summoning lightning and storms like a devil fruit user without even having one. She's not getting armament, she's not getting conquerors, but observation hockey would turn her into a long-range executioner. Her real power-up will be tech-based, because we're on Egghead and Vegapunk exists. And Oda loves patterns. 16 million, 66 million, 366 million. Her final bounty will be 616 million berries. Now Brooke, one of the most underrated future monsters, because his fruit is already absurd and not even awakened. He can return from the dead, separate his soul, and interact with the spiritual realm. So once this awakens, he may affect other souls, detach spirits, or gain temporary abilities. Oda pairs Brooke with 3 and 8, 33 million, 83 million, 383 million. His final bounty will be 838 million berries. Now Franky, the Straw Hat with infinite growth potential, because he isn't limited by biology, only by imagination. And right now, he's on Egghead, the most advanced island in the world, meaning he will not leave without a ridiculous upgrade. If he ever learns hockey, it's armament, no debate. But the real reason his bounty will explode is Pluton. Franky held the blueprints, understands ancient weapon-level engineering, and could integrate that technology into the Sunny. That's why his final bounty will be 1,394 million berries. Now Usopp. And Usopp is not meant to become strong in the traditional sense, because the moment he becomes fearless and dominant, his entire character arc is over. But his lies always come true, and one of his biggest lies was having Conqueror's hockey. He also lied about commanding 8,000 men. And now Elbaf is coming. The land of giants, warriors, legends. If Usopp becomes a symbolic hero to them, the world will fear him, not because of what he can do, but because of what people think he can do. Usopp mirrors Luffy's bounty progression, so his final bounty will be 1.5 billion berries. Now Nico Robin. Robin may already be awakened, because her fruit already affects the environment, something usually exclusive to awakened devil fruits. But her real growth will come from hockey. Imagine thousands of arms coated in armament. She would be terrifying. And Robin is dangerous not just because of her strength, but because of what she knows. The Void Century, the Poneglyphs, the true history. She will never stop being hunted. Her final bounty will be around 1.95 billion berries. Now Jimbe. Jimbe doesn't need a power-up, he needs a stage. Even pre-time skip he was portrayed as Ace's equal. Now he's far stronger. If he gets anything, it will be Conqueror's hockey, because he stared down Big Mom without fear. That's king energy. His final bounty will be around 2.2 billion berries. Now Sanji, because his growth curve is insane. During Wano, he didn't just get stronger, he evolved, awakening Germa genetics, gaining absurd durability, speed, and regeneration, then stacking it with Ifrit Jimbe, already putting him above most Yonko commanders. But his real endgame power-up won't just be physical, it will be strategic, because he is royalty, a prince of Germa, and in the final war, he won't just fight, he will command. And when that happens, his bounty will explode. Sanji will end around 3.3 billion berries. Now Roronoa Zoro. Zoro's path is simple and terrifying. He will become the strongest swordsman in the world. That means surpassing Mihawk. That means mastering black blades. Not one, not two, multiple. His first will be Wado Ichimonji because of its emotional weight, and he will eventually wield a supreme grade blade, because Roger, Whitebeard, and Mihawk all did. Once Zoro masters advanced observation haki, he becomes unstoppable. His final bounty will be around 3.6 billion berries. And now, Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will break the world. Not just change it, not just influence it, break it. Luffy has already awakened a mythical zone, mastered all 3 forms of haki, defeated Kaido, a creature the world itself called unbeatable, and reshaped reality with Gear 5, turning imagination into power, freedom into a weapon, and chaos into control. So what's left isn't a new form, it's mastery. Less stamina drain, longer uptime, more control, more precision, more awareness, more dominance. Gear 5 is not a stepping stone. Gear 5 is the summit. Once he fully masters it, he won't just be strong. He won't just be dangerous. He won't just be feared. He will be untouchable. He will surpass Roger, not just in strength, but in impact. He will defeat Akainu, the embodiment of absolute justice. He will defeat Blackbeard, the embodiment of chaos and ambition. And when that happens, Luffy will no longer be compared to legends. He will replace them. He will stand at the very top, not as a ruler, not as a tyrant, but as the freest being in the world. And that is what makes him more terrifying than anyone before him. Because Luffy does not conquer to control, he conquers to liberate. And that kind of power cannot be contained. And that's why his final bounty will be 5,656,000,000 berries. Because Gomu is 56. Because Nika is freedom. Because symbolism matters. Because Oda loves numbers. Because this bounty must surpass Roger. Because Luffy is not meant to continue the story. He is meant to end it. Final Straw Hat bounties. Chopper, 5,000. Nami, 616 million. Brooke, 838 million. Franky, 1,394,000,000. Usopp, 1,500,000,000. Robin, 1,950,000,000. Jinbe, 2,200,000,000. Sanji, 3,300,000,000. Zoro, 3,600,000,000. Luffy, 5,656,000,000. This is not a crew. This is not a pirate group. This is not an adventure. This is a global event. This is a disaster. This is a force of nature. This is the rewriting of history. And when the world finally realizes what the Straw Hats have become, it will already be too late. Because the Pirate King is not coming. He's already here. And this time, the world is not ready.